7-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake, and Plummer will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great flag.
That's a late. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored.
From behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow. Edwards pulls up and buries the flag. Shot for Derby!
Whoa. There we go. What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into Monday's edition of Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Carrottenuto at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. See the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Yes, see the show live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. I can speak English today, I promise. It's Monday, but hey, you know what? It was a great weekend. But yeah, there you can also see it live on my good old IG. Although there seems to be issues with the good old Twitter today, and I do not know why. This is really fun. But nonetheless, my IG, Michael.Carrottenuto.5. Don't forget about that, pardon me. And also the YouTube channel, guys. Don't forget, you can go to YouTube. But nonetheless, yes, go to the YouTube channel, because anything you miss, again, coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, everybody, go to YouTube, watch it live on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. That's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. But yes, so go to YouTube. Again, any con reviews that we've had, you'll be able to catch up on. Again, talk to Sun Devil football assistant head coach and special teams coordinator Charlie Regal on Friday. Absolutely awesome before he got his award, distinguished award. Obviously has, Frank Cush award, but on Saturday he received that. So it was awesome to catch up with him on Friday. Again, you can go and check that out. So again, go to YouTube. It's at Emerson Michael B's and Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC 005 and subscribe. Because like I said, anything you miss, anything you can go back, binge watch season 1. Again, very, very awesome if you binge watch season 1, but we got time. Also, guys, you can always, if you can't watch, I want you to watch, but you can listen to Pitchfork Lunch live on the best internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. All you got to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com, click listen live. Page opens up, click listen live, hit play Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Bam, there's your Pitchfork Lunch. Again, Stoke Casual E invited us to be part of the KSRN family. Again, it's absolutely awesome. So you're headed to meet your friends for lunch. It's Monday. You can stream it through your Bluetooth. Again, like I said, just go to www.ksrnaz.com, click listen live. Everybody's happy. Everybody is very happy with that because due to the fact that you can get all your Sun Devil material, but again, just instead of watching, you can listen all over the world, which is absolutely phenomenal. So yes, you can listen there and get caught up, stream it through your Bluetooth. Again, like I said, I want you to watch. Don't drive and watch. Again, your Sun Devils are smart. I know you'll pay attention to the road, but yeah, you're going to meet friends for lunch. You can listen through it in the car. You get there, you can still listen, or again, pop up the video. All is awesome there. Which again is absolutely awesome. We love that. We love that because, like I said, it is very easy and accessible. So I got to thank Casual E for that. Also, guys, subscribe to their socials. Subscribe to the Casual Sports Radio Network socials because you want coverage. I mean, look, obviously, combine's over, draft's coming up. The Cardinals, little action today in free agency, actually re-signing one of their own. But the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, the Suns, the Mercury, it is all there for you. Casual E, again, has you completely hooked up. And again, that's just one of those, it's easy, and he's got you covered. It's easy to go there, but yeah, I mean, he definitely has you covered. And on top of that, like I said, the coverage you'll get, and the Mercury are going to look different. The Suns, obviously, 3 out of 5. See what they can do. Dallas with the trade, with the injuries, but Casual E has got you covered there. And with the Cardinals, like I said, Diamondbacks, as spring training is rolling on. So yeah, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. But look, that being said, yeah, that being said, it's oh, this is ridiculous. It's with the Suns and the Diamondbacks, like I said, he has you covered. So again, check it out. Don't be bashful. www.ksrnaz.com. Again, Pitchfork Lunch Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, and all the other goods he has there to you. So the content is there. Well, it's just gonna crush me on Twitter today. So, anywho, but yes, www.ksrnaz.com. Click listen. A page opens up. Click listen live. Hit play. Bam. There you go. But yeah. So crazy weekend in Sun Devil Nation. Baseball sweeps Gonzaga. Softball took 2 out of 3 from BYU. Men's hoops, yes, is playing tomorrow in the Big 12 tournament. As they will take on Kansas State in Kansas City. So that'll be very interesting. A K-State team who, well, again, they split with this year. But, yeah, the injuries and Coach, again, we'll hear from Coach Hurley after Saturday's, again, tough loss to Texas Tech. Again, obviously a very good team. Last time in Texas went to double overtime, but had a few more players out there. So it definitely made a difference. But, again, kept it close. But Texas Tech, I mean, JT Toppin, this kid is unreal. So we'll hear from Coach Hurley and Bashir Jihad, who had, again, just a very, very solid game after fouling out against Arizona. Came back and on senior night finished the regular season very, very solidly. Did Bashir Jihad. So that in and of itself is absolutely awesome. And the men's and women's diving team, by the way, because we obviously had head coach Herbie Baimon as alum swimmer and first year as head coach, wins championships. So yeah, just keep those expectations. Coaches, again, I always tease them. It's absolutely awesome when they do that. But the diving team is men's and women's diving headed back to Federal Way, Washington, to attempt to qualify for the NCAA championships, which start today, March 10th, along with so you can see, you can follow along at divemeets.com, by the way, for live results as well. So men's and women's, again, So they are headed up to Federal Way again. That is very, very awesome. Softball wise, like I was telling you, opened up Big 12 play. I was out there Thursday because they took on BYU Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So again, had yesterday off, today off, and well, they're headed to Florida to take on UCF. But before that, they will take on Stetson in DeLand, Florida, which I'm guessing isn't crazy far from Orlando because obviously that's where they'll be taking on UCF this weekend. But yeah, again, Thursday, March 6th, I talked about it. Oh my God. Whew. Kenzie Jones, 18 strikeouts, guys. Did that kind of settle in with you? 18 strikeouts in a 7-inning game. Absolutely phenomenal. They win 1-0. And then Friday, again, a little bit of chilly weather all day. It had rained on and off, but they got the game in, just like they got baseball. And get to that, but they lost 6-5 to BYU. But then Sunday, we get a little bonus, or Saturday, pardon me, we got a little bonus softball, went an extra inning, but the Devils won 5-4 in 8 innings. And this is a game that both teams, again, a little bit of a quicker start. BYU put up 1 in the top of the first. ASU doubled them up. So it was 2-1 after 1. BYU didn't score in the top of the second. ASU added 1 in the bottom of the second. So it was 3-1. BYU got 1 in the top of the third. So it's 3-2. Nobody scored in the fourth, fifth, or sixth. And then in the top of the seventh, BYU gets 2, right? Well, ASU, again, Coach Bartlett and her team, we see how this team just keeps just grinding and fighting and battling and just, again, staying the course this year. BYU got 2 to take a 4-3 lead. But ASU gets 1 and makes it 4-4. And then they go to the 8th. ASU holds them scoreless. And then ASU got 1 in the bottom of the 8th to win it 5-4. They had 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors. BYU had 4 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors yesterday. Again, Kelsey Hall hit another jack 2-run shot yesterday, and that was them. That's how they scored their runs in the first inning. Tiare Ho Ching was on base, so she came around. Then in the second, the bases were loaded. There was a wild pitch, and AJ Murphy came in and scored. And then in the third, BYU got a RBI double from Morrow, and Flanders scored. And then in the seventh for BYU, Owens homered to center field, and Flanders was on base again. That was the 2. But then in the seventh, Ashley Mejia says, you know what? I can play this long ball game here at Club Farrington, smacks it over the center field wall on a full count. It was 3-2, and she smacked it over the center field wall. And it tied up there at 4. And then in the 8th inning, Tiare Ho Chi grounded out to third, but Sam Swan scored. And that's it, 5-4. So play at the plate there, exciting. But the Devils get the 5-4 win, which is awesome, guys. And they improved to 17-7, but 2-1 in the Big 12. So yeah, that was very, very exciting to say the least, because that's a big win. Baseball, by the way, got the sweep of Gonzaga. And they are now 12-4, which is, again, just absolutely awesome. They beat Gonzaga Friday night. I was out there. You guys know this, 11-1. And yeah, just pitching, Ben Jacobs solid, the bullpen solid, but the hitting, passing the bats, Brandon Compton actually in his first at bat got something he could hit, delivered a double. And then after that, he got 3 walks. Crazy weird. And then they beat Gonzaga 3-1 on Saturday. And then it was 11-4 yesterday for Coach Bloomquist and his team. As again, ASU was up 5-0 after 2. Gonzaga got 4 of those back in the top of the 4th to make it 5-4, but then ASU got 2 more in the 5th to make it 7-4, and then 2 more in the 7th and 8th. 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. So yeah, that makes it 11-4, the final. But 11 runs, 13 hits. Kean Vu back at the top of the lineup. He was 2 for 3. Landon Harrison was 2 for 3. Brandon Compton actually, made some contact, but he was 1 for 5 with a run scored. Jacob Tobias 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, a run scored. New Contratus was 0 for 3 with a walk. Isaiah Jackson, again, the bat, lively bat there. He was 2 for 4, 2 RBIs and a run scored. Jax Ryan started at shortstop. He was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Brody Biggs was 0 for 4, and then Kyle Walker, again, 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. So, yeah, 13 hits. Like I said, 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors. Gonzaga had 4 runs on 6 hits with 1 error yesterday. But then we look at the pitching. Rohan Leto started the game, 3 innings, and he gave up 1 hit. That was it. 1 strikeout, 2 walks through 47 pitches. Solid there. And then Sean Fitzpatrick went an inning. He gave up 3 hits, 4 runs. All of those earned, but he did have 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. He threw 28 pitches. And then Lucas Kelly came in, who ended up getting the win. He went 2 innings, all zeros for him. 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, 3 Ks, no walks. Wyatt Halverson came in, 2 innings for him, no hits, obviously no runs for him, zeros there, but 3 Ks to 1 walk. And then Eli Buxton pitch came in for 1 inning and had 1 strikeout, no walks, obviously no hits, no runs, no earned runs. He threw 10 pitches. So again, 11-4, getting guys out there. Like I said, Kean Vu, he did hit another home run yesterday. So I want to say that's his 6th. And then Saturday night, Jack Martinez, man, what a game from him. 7 innings. I meant to mention this off the top, but 7 innings, only gave up 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, 10 Ks again for Martinez to just 2 walks. He threw 110 pitches, though, through 7. Cole Carlone went 1 1/3, gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, struck out 3, only walked 2. He threw 31 pitches, and then Derek Schaefer came in for 2/3 of an inning, got the save. 1 strikeout, no walks, and it only took him 7 pitches to do that. So, again, Saturday night, a little bit closer, 3-1. But, the first 5 innings, by the way, scoreless. Both teams couldn't get anything going. And then in the 6th, bottom of the 6th, ASU got 3. In the top of the 9th, Gonzaga got 1, but that's it, 3-1. So, they get the sweep there, 17-7, my friends. So that in and of itself, softball 17-7, pardon me. Baseball is now 12-4. They're 11-3 at home. They're 1-1 away. And now they are in Tucson tomorrow to take on that team down south at 6 p.m. So, yeah. Midweek game. It doesn't count as a conference game. I will double check on that. Pretty sure, but because in the Pac-12 when they did that, I mean, it counts with your record and count everything else, but it won't count against the conference record because they have done that for years. So they will be in Tucson, and then this weekend though they head to Dallas and to Fort Worth, pardon me, and take on TCU. Friday at 4 locally here, Saturday at 12, and then Sunday at 11. But we'll get to that. But yeah, awesome sweep. Forks up to baseball, forks up to softball as they get those victories. Yeah, so that's one of those things where if you're obviously a Devils fan, again, big week, and now you hit like I said, you hit the road and see what you can do, because for baseball, like I said, they have that team down south Tuesday, and then TCU, and then they come home a week from Tuesday, midweek again against another old Pac-10, Pac-12 foe, USC. Will be here 6:30 p.m. So again, get that on your calendars. We love seeing that rivalry. Yeah, we love seeing that rivalry. UCLA, we got 2 games. We at least get one, so we'll see what happens. And then they're home for SC and then home for Kansas after that. So, yeah, very, very excited what Coach has going. And again, it's it's still early-ish, but now we're into conference play, so it's getting a little further. Like I said, 12-4, 11-3 at home. They've won 5 in a row. Good vibes, and again, a lot to be, like I said, before season, it's always, you don't want to overreact and say, oh, they're going to, be this team's this. But again, I said not so much cautiously, just optimistic. You didn't have to be cautious. You can be very optimistic about what this team can do with the guys he had returning. And, he talked about it here on the show. So awesome. But we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, going to talk hockey. Yes, we're going to talk hockey because they are hosting and they are playing Minnesota Duluth. So it will be very interesting, but it's in their barn at Mullet Arena, and that is awesome. So we'll step aside and have more Pitchfork Lunch coming up.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean Conn.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority. Got a big painting project you've been...
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean Conn.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona. You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, for those listening on the Casual Sports Radio Network, you are listening on the best internet radio station on the web, hands down. I am Michael Caratinudo at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. See the show, see Pitchfork Lunch live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12-1. Also on my IG, michael.caratinudo.5. And the YouTube channel, guys. You can watch live, but do subscribe. It's at Emerson Michael V's and Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. But yeah, hoops wise, again, the men, it was a tough one. It was a tough one as they fell to Texas Tech. Again, had the double overtime game in Lubbock. But again, battled. Sheer jihad kept them close in the first half, but 13-18 for the Devils as they finished the regular season, 4-16 in conference. And they did not, the last home game they won was January 4th against Colorado. And again, the way they battled and played, and I mean, got to the final stretch of games, and some just did not go their way. But again, it's tough, man. You hear Coach Hurley's passion. You don't know what. I mean, again, frustration. Yeah, and I know people say, well, winning and losing, and yeah, there's, but this team again, unfortunately, lost to BJ Freeman, was dismissed from the team, but then with Jaden Quaintance getting banged up, Adam Miller now banged up, Joe Sandin spent time out of the lineup. Alston Mason missed one game for sickness. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you have Jaden Quaintance out, Adam Miller was out. Obviously, like I said, BJ Freeman not with the team. I mean, the young man Trevor Best has had some freshman moments, but it's good he's having them now because again, that bodes very well going forward. But yeah, AUCB Colorado 81-61 on January 4th. Forced overtime with Baylor, but then lost 72-60. Again, another one of those games, 72-66. UCF, again, down the stretch, UCF just made few plays and they lost 95-89. They did win at West Virginia. Came home, Iowa State. It was 76-61, but with under 5 minutes, with just about 5 minutes left, it was what, a 5-point game. So like again, that's the tough part. That's the frustration of it. But yeah, they lost to Iowa State. They went to Colorado, won that. Came home again, toe-to-toe with Arizona, and they fall 81-72. Kansas State, 71-70, a chance to win that game. I mean, they again down to the very, very end. It just, ball didn't bounce away. So they lose to Kansas State by 1 here at home. And then TCU came here. Again, same thing. TCU, I mean, wasn't a horrible shooting three-point team, but they weren't that great, and they were on fire. But still, a 4-point game, 74-70. ASU loses. And Houston comes here, number 5 team in the country at the time, and they lose 80-65. Houston pretty much controlled that game the whole time. They go to Kansas State, beat them on the road, and they come home for BYU, back and forth, and then BYU makes a few hoops towards the end, and that's a 10-point win for BYU. And then at Utah, at Arizona, and then, yeah, Texas Tech. So, I mean, it's like you'll hear from Coach Hurley. I want to get to Coach Hurley, so I'm giving you that. But, yes, let's hear from Coach Hurley after Saturday's game. But, yeah, I mean, he said, man, you got a few players out, and you're down to, it's senior night, so it was very, very tough. But yes, let's hear from Coach Hurley post game on Saturday, and yeah, you can hear it from him. But just talking about the game, and now obviously they're Big 12. They start the Big 12 tournament tomorrow against K-State.
So we got down 7. We made a push. We got the game right to where it was very manageable. We did finish the half well with allowing them to just, we have an expression we say, like, the ball scores. So we didn't really pick the ball up. They hit a 3 right at the end of the half to go up 4, so that wasn't great. And then we just started poorly. We had bad possessions on offense, and they were able to immediately, jump out on us. And we did make some pushes, to get it closer and have a chance, but we did some bad things. We fouled a 3-point shooter going under a screen on a guy that is a quality shooter. And we talked about not doing that, not going under screens. I think it was Anderson who got a 4-point play. It's a big part of the game. That was, I think, a 7-point game. They started getting into doubles after that, and it just, Toppin took over, and he was a problem. I mean, even when we made a miss, his second jump was so good that he got off his feet again and got the rebound and put back. So they put a lot of pressure on you because of the shooting ability and then the interior presence of a guy like Toppin. Even Williams tonight was not what he was our first game. I think he had 28 against us, but they're a good team. They won. They know how to win. So that's about it.
Questions? Yeah, how much do you attribute to just fading in some of these late situations to just guys playing so many minutes?
That has to be a factor. How to measure that, it's difficult. I told the guys, so one thing I'm disappointed with, and for the most part, we have been battling through these games and giving ourselves a chance, even though it hasn't gone our way. And we have some key players out. But the last 2 games, like we turned Arizona over 6 times. Today we turned them over twice. I mean, playing that many small, fast guys and not having great size, you've got to be able to be more disruptive to figure out a way. And I don't know if that's not expending enough energy and not trying hard enough or what, but it's really not acceptable, defensively, to as good a team as they are, and they're a top 10 team, but 2 turnovers is just like unacceptable. And we got 2 points on second chance points, so like those are both kind of measures of effort. Like, can you turn a team over? Can you rebound and get extra chances to score? And we failed, in both of those categories.
Did you practice, Bobby, how you would like being this short-handed?
We don't have practice really. It's more like, like a shoot around that has a little more energy. That I can't afford to go live at all. We would usually day before, 2 days before, maybe 25% of our practice would be live, and now it's 0% just because I can't risk someone else getting injured, just where the numbers are. So, I mean, that's certainly, at this point of the year, like your practice time is really scaled back anyway, so it's hard to like say that's the reason that we came out so badly to start the second half and why we fell apart as the half went on.
Is Adam close to being able to go at all, or is he still a ways away, do you think?
I mean, my guess is that Adam is going to play in the Big 12 tournament. He's, he had the hip pointer, and then unfortunately he strained his oblique when he came back in the first moments there at the Arizona game, and then so that set him back, and we couldn't risk bringing him here today. He wanted to play, but so we're just going to look at him every day, and he's got to show me, particularly by Monday, that he's moving in a normal way, because I'm not going to risk him getting further injury.
So it's an oblique now, not the hip? Or
it was both. I mean, he got that was the first portion of his injury, when he had that collision in the BYU game. But then, since then, he also added a oblique strain.
What about Jaden?
Jaden, wasn't ready, and I don't think he's going to be ready by Tuesday. So I wouldn't expect to see him play, on Tuesday in Kansas City.
How disappointing is it to go a while and not win a home game? I think this is 9 in a row now, and not being able to win a game here.
Yeah, it's haunting. It's haunting to hear the other team, celebrate down the hall. It's just a haunting sound, the noise that you kind of internalize, and it's been brutal. Everybody deserves better. Our fans deserve better, but we should be winning games at home. But we've had a few of them that we could have gotten and we didn't get them, and I don't know if it becomes a mental block, and you couple that with all the stuff we're going through, and here we are.
You talk about the seniors and what they gave you this season, Austin and Bashir.
They're both great kids and very hard workers, and very focused kids, motivated to get better, and they've given us everything that they could. I'm glad both of them individually had nice performances here in their last game, because Bashir especially had and Mason, like, they were more aggressive with him. They watched the Arizona game, so they were more active and aggressive. It was harder for him to get the quality of shots that he got in the last game, but Bashir had a really good game going.
Anything else? Coach, have you thought at all about your future, or you just kind of one game at a time at this point?
I'm here, getting ready for the Big 12 tournament, and all those decisions are really out of my hands.
Have there been conversations with Graham Rossini about beyond the season?
I would just say that I would prefer to not discuss really any conversations that we have.
Thanks, Coach. Yeah. And there he is, Bobby Hurley again. And I get, again, asking that, but the Big 12 tournament's still going. What I mean, can the question be asked? Yes, absolutely. I mean, again, not winning a home game. We've talked about it ad nauseum. Fighting. You can hear in his voice, like, he's like, the fans deserve better. It's, you hear the other team celebrating. It's haunting sound. Like, games that again, you're just battling and you don't get that home court role. I won't even get started about foul calls, because some nights it's terrible both ways. Some nights it's terrible just one way. It's you guys know. But nonetheless, I mean, you hear it there in his voice, but this is a team that, look, no matter who's out there, they're going to be fighting. I mean, Austin Mason, you talk about, people say, well, playing for pride. Well, again, an athlete, a competitor, you're not going to sit there and you're not going to sit there and again, people say, oh, well, they're, especially professional, oh, they're tanking, they're just trying to get them to tank this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, like, they're not, they're not tanking. But they're playing hard, and you see it. And no matter who's out there, I mean, Austin Mason, like, set 33 against Arizona. It was a 3-point game with like about 7.5 left. And then, like I said, Arizona went on an 8-0 run. And you probably heard said you want to turn them over more, but again, moving the ball. And then it's just, it is tough. And you hear it in his voice there. So, yeah, not being able to practice. Where have we heard that before? Which, again, obviously with football, very, very tough. Last season with football, it's one of those things that, I mean, as a coach, drives you just absolutely mad. So, yeah, but let's hear from one of the seniors, Bashir Jihad, who, again, just 22 points that night, was just on fire, from the field, taking threes, getting to the rim. I mean, it just, again, but the tank getting a little empty towards the end of games. But here is Bashir after the game on Saturday.
Bashir, can you kind of talk about just being shorthanded and playing out the string here and how tough?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously tough losing a lot of guys unexpectedly, but we still have enough. We have 5 guys we can put out there to go out there and give our best effort.
How do you reflect on your time at Arizona State?
Obviously, we had an ups and downs season. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here. I'm grateful, very grateful. I wish things could have went better. We had a lot of close games that didn't go our way. I wish we would have had those. We'll be talking a lot differently right now, but I'm just grateful for everything Arizona State's done.
Do you feel like has it been hard to kind of sustain the energy, like, collectively, when you're so shorthanded, like going into late games? Bobby mentioned not having enough second chance points or turnovers generated or whatever. Are those factors in that?
Yeah, I mean, just down the stretch, I think guys are trying to conserve energy, especially in the first half. But I think that we can do a better job of at least giving spurts or giving a complete effort instead of just taking lapses. I think we have more in the tank. We can give more. If we care enough, that we will give more. But it's tough for sure. But it's something that we're capable of.
So that was something obviously tonight you got off to a fast start yourself. Is that just something you were looking to do tonight?
No, I mean, the game just came to me. I had favorable matchups, so I just went at them and attacked.
Did you feel like you kind of game was coming to you a little bit more because they were maybe defending Joe Son and Alston after the last games that those guys have had?
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly how it came. Obviously, I just went to my spots, got to my spots, and then did what I was supposed to do.
Everybody good? Thanks, man.
Yeah, quick after a little quick there, obviously. But I mean, look, he again had a very solid game, and again, didn't foul out, but he played 35 of the 40 minutes. I mean, Austin Mason played 39, 35 of the 40 minutes, but he was like 7 for 11 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. But I mean, 7 for 11, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. So he had 22 points, 6 boards, 1 assist. Pardon me. And then Josan Sannon, 16 points. I mean, he was 5 for 12 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 5 for 7 from the line. So 16 points, 4 boards for Sannon. And then Austin Mason, 39 minutes as well. 14 points for him, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. And they led ASU, but for, again, Texas Tech, JT Toppin, I mean, last time, again, double overtime, but still, I mean, he was getting his way. 41 points for Toppin last time, but in 35 minutes. Saturday, he was 10 for 19 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3, but 5 for 6 from the line. He had 25 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal. Yep, that'll fill up the stat sheet. And then Christian Anderson had 21 points. He shot 50% from the field, 5 for 10. He was 4 for 8 from 3, 7 for 7 from the line, 21 points, 3 rebounds for Anderson. And yeah, I mean, but Texas Tech just, you look at it, they were 17 and 20 and 20 free throw attempts, shot 85, that's 85%. For ASU, I mean, they had 23, but they're 17 and 23, 74%. Even if you hit the other 6, they still, but yeah, I mean, there was just some shots taken early in the shot clock, which really took some timeouts and like it. Yeah, and look, teams don't make any excuses. I mean, sometimes you just, you're trying to make a play, and that's tough. But I mean, it's Big 12 tournament time, and people say, oh, well, there could be one and done, and that's that. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. We'll see, but I think they can hang with K-State. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just you hear Bobby Hurley, this team fully, again, outside of the dismissal of BJ Freeman, which happens and it sucks. We talked about it here. It's not all rainbows and unicorns, even though I'm a homer and you guys know that. All rainbows and unicorns, but it's one of those things where, no Freeman, no Adam Miller, no Jaden Quaintance. I mean, it obviously shortens your rotation because now if you aren't starting both bigs, but Sean Phillips Jr., who again, I see he's grown so much and has a little bit more to do. I mean, those watching hoops, you can see it, but you got to be absolutely stoked for what I'm stoked. Maybe, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, what he can do defensively, protect the rim and, play that bully ball down low and get the boards and just challenge, again, offensive boards, put it back up and in, but, challenge shots, push the pick and roll out, even if on a switch, like push it out so they can switch back. It's one of those things where, his growth and I mean, the temper last year, he got quite a few technical fouls called on him and would commit one foul and be frustrated it got called and then just recklessly commit another. We talked about it last year and the coaches talked about his maturity, from last year coming into this year, and we've seen it on the court. But again, if you're not starting Quaintance, Sean Phillips Jr. and BJ Freeman and, being gone. And then when Josan Sannon was hurt, I mean, Freeman was here, but, Josan Sannon not in the rotation. And you get Adam Miller, obviously, being out. It was one after another, and they took turns. So that was the crazy part, but the frustrating part, for Sun Devil fans. Now, and like I said, the thing that I've loved is the battle from this team. they fight. Alston Mason's on the court. He is a point guard that's making sure the team is battling. Now, yeah, defensively, you're going to have to expend energy on defense. But again, that's where I think sometimes, towards the end of games, when they've been short, it's people, maybe trying to conserve and, you go under a screen, so you don't have to battle through it. Guy hits a three. So it's just, and I'm not saying that that's what's happening every time or that's, what they're doing, but it's just, it's right there. And, transfer portal and the freshman that Coach Hurley brought in. I mean, Jaden Quaid's Trevor Best. I mean, yeah, Trevor Best has some speed bumps, but man, it's one he's got obviously starting to get a grasp of what the team wants to do on both ends of the floor, but he's going to charge into next season. And again, I'm not looking past, hey, me, guys. They're in the Big 12 tournament. There's a chance they can make a 4-game run. They can make a 4-game run. I'm just saying, if they do, you know where to find me at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. My IG, Michael.Caratino.5. Send your messages. And if you want me to pull a Charles Barkley and say, I guarantee, not going that far. I'm just saying, if they make a run, 5-game run, it would be so great because they'd still be in the play. They'd still be in the first four, I'm guessing, because of, their record and where they are. Or they'd be like maybe a 14 seed, but who knows? We shall see. But hey, that's going to do it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Again, have a most phenomenal rest of your Monday. I will see you tomorrow for Spicy Taco Tuesday. And yes, as women's volleyball always reminded us, #OurState. And yes, you guys know it, since it is #OurState, as our reigning Big 12 champions women's volleyball, since it is #OurState, as always, for set.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call. Play fake. And Bubba will put it up. Throws over the middle. Touchdown. Quick flag.
That's away. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down. He scored.
For a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow.
Edwards pulls off.